New fight footage involving MoneyBagg Yo and G Herbo has just gone viral, and it reportedly centers around G Herbo's baby Mima. According to multiple sources, tensions exploded after G Herbo saw his first love publicly showing off with his close friend, MoneyBagg Yo. The clip is disturbingly graphic and suggests there's far more behind the scenes than what's visible on camera. To understand how things reached this point, you have to look at the toxic triangle at the heart of the drama. Ari Fletcher isn't just another influencer who dated two rappers. She's a dominant personality whose history of controversy has played out repeatedly across interviews, podcasts, and social media, painting the picture of someone who doesn't shy away from chaos.
We don't have like a toxic thing where we to talk about it. I'm mad.
This is exactly the kind of behavior people have come to expect from Ari Fletcher, a woman who openly describes her relationships in ways most would consider major red flags. During a podcast appearance, she broke down her dynamic with MoneyBagg Yo, revealing recurring patterns that help explain why controversy seems to follow her everywhere. When someone admits they've never been in a relationship that wasn't toxic and even says they enjoy starting conflict, it adds crucial context to the chaos surrounding them. Ari Fletcher has never tried to present herself as anything she's not. Someone who, by her own admission, engages in behavior that most relationship experts would call deeply unhealthy.
No, because he make me feel like, how old is you? Like, grow the fuck up.
Oh, he gets you. Of course, we gotta be grown.
Yeah, he do that to me. It makes me be like, okay, let me, because I used to pack my shit up, like, I'm leaving.
That's me. I love when a girl packs her stuff up. Please leave. The Uber is outside. Please leave.
The pattern she describes, packing her bags, threatening to leave, creating chaos only to stay, is a cycle many people recognize from turbulent relationships. But Ari takes it a step further, openly describing escalations that cross lines most people would never come close to.
Really never booked a flight. Fake booking a flight, like calling my manager, like, yeah, book me a flight home, this, calling my mama, breaking, fighting.
Her admissions of throwing objects, breaking things, and engaging in physical fights aren't just shocking sound bites. They're descriptions of behavior that would be considered deeply troubling in any other context, regardless of who's involved. When physical conflict in relationships is casually discussed and packaged as entertainment on podcasts and social media, it risks normalizing behavior that should never be viewed as acceptable, let alone desirable.
Now you gotta stop me from leaving, but I was never going nowhere.
Oh, yep, you're the toxic one.
Like, pull your gun out and show me, like, leave. I wish you would walk out the door.
Right.
Like,
A widely circulated video shows Ari describing a disturbing scenario in which she claims she wants her partner to pull a firearm on her as a test of dominance or commitment. DJ Academics later highlighted the contradiction between how she publicly describes her relationship preferences and the tweets she would go on to post implying victimhood, pointing to a recurring pattern observers have noted for years: statements that suggest personal conflict with someone specific, followed by denials or vague redirections when pressed. This disconnect has come to define much of the public narrative around Ari Fletcher's relationships, where claims of mistreatment exist alongside video evidence of her openly describing, and at times even glorifying, confrontational behavior. One of the earliest major public incidents involving MoneyBagg Yo and Ari Fletcher dates back to Super Bowl weekend in 2020, when circulating footage appeared to show a physical altercation, supported by eyewitness accounts suggesting mutual aggression. Commentators argue this pattern goes beyond romantic preference, reflecting a repeated pull toward high-profile figures that keeps the drama and attention constant, with references to catching fade across multiple partners suggesting the conflict is not isolated to a single person or incident but part of a broader, ongoing cycle. An eyewitness account of the incident claims Ari allegedly initiated physical contact, attempting to fight a man significantly larger than herself before the altercation escalated and resulted in her wig being pulled off. The way the incident was framed quickly became controversial, sparking debates around domestic violence, mutual combat, and where responsibility lies when physical confrontations occur. As the public dissected what happened, an uncomfortable question kept resurfacing. When the same patterns appear across every relationship, at what point does the common denominator matter? Analysts argue this points to something deeper than attraction, an addiction to chaos that makes healthy, stable relationships feel dull by comparison. The stakes of this behavior go far beyond celebrity gossip, with the potential to destroy careers, lead to incarceration, or even cost lives. Following the Miami incident, Both MoneyBagg Yo and Ari Fletcher moved into damage control mode on social media, with MoneyBagg publicly supporting Ari and dismissing the coverage as fake news. But the footage had already circulated, and no amount of online spin could erase what viewers believed they saw. Ari later spoke openly about their relationship dynamics in interviews, discussing boundaries and conflict, including during her 2023 appearance on K-Show, Please with Young Miami. These very public conversations kept the relationship in constant rotation across blogs and timelines, ensuring that every rise and fall was dissected by millions of followers. At the same time, the dynamic between MoneyBagg Yo and G Herbo remained a subject of non-stop speculation. Rumors periodically dragged in third parties, including alleged flings between Ari Fletcher and Lil Baby, which reportedly frustrated both G Herbo and MoneyBagg Yo and led to unfollows on social media. As more rappers and public figures were pulled into the orbit of Ari Fletcher's drama, the entanglements grew increasingly complicated. In January 2026, rapper Finesse 2 Times added another wrinkle by clarifying in a video that his issues were with MoneyBagg Yo and Ari Fletcher, not G Herbo, further separating storylines that had become blurred in the public imagination, while Memphis rap politics added yet another layer to the situation. Through all of this, the true nature of MoneyBagg Yo and G Herbo's relationship remained unclear, as both artists and credible reports consistently described their dynamic as respectful, with no confirmed conflict or fallout until Ari publicly moved on with MoneyBagg Yo in 2019 following her breakup with G Herbo. Online rumors suggested lingering tension tied to co-parenting and the high-profile nature of the relationships, but there were no verified statements, social media exchanges, or actions proving they had stopped communicating. Fans later pointed to lyrics from MoneyBagg Yo's May 2022 track See What I'm Saying as possible indirect shade toward G Herbo, referencing Ari's success as an influencer and entrepreneur, sparking extended debate across platforms like Reddit. MoneyBagg Yo never confirmed that the line in question was aimed at G Herbo, and neither side issued a response or escalated the situation. Occasional fan speculation flared around birthdays, family gatherings, or shared social media moves, like both unfollowing Lil Baby in early 2026 amid separate rumors involving Ari, but these moments didn't indicate any direct conflict between G Herbo and MoneyBagg Yo themselves. For those following the situation closely, a familiar cycle emerged: conflict, threat, reconciliation, and public denial. The suggestion that career leverage was sometimes used as a tool added an extra layer of power dynamics beyond typical relationship drama. Complicating matters further was a co-parenting arrangement between Ari and G Herbo for their son, Yosong. Both have made public statements emphasizing efforts toward positive family interactions, though the reality behind closed doors is known only to those directly involved. In a 2023 interview on K-Show, Please, Ari discussed co-parenting logistics and boundaries with G Herbo, making their parenting arrangement as subject to scrutiny and debate as their romantic past. Adding another dimension, G Herbo's current partner, Tina Williams, appeared publicly supportive, reinforcing a narrative of family harmony. Ari, Tina, and extended family members have been seen together at events, often displaying cordial and even friendly interactions. But public appearances don't tell the full story. Behind the scenes, long-simmering tensions were about to erupt in a way no one anticipated, captured on video and circulated online before anyone could control the narrative. Or understand how these two men ended up on a collision course. You have to go back years before any punches were thrown, to when their paths first intersected, through one common denominator: Ari Fletcher. Dario Dwayne White Jr., known professionally as MoneyBagg Yo, was born on September 22, 1991. In Memphis, Tennessee, and grew up in the South Memphis neighborhood of Walker Homes. Raised by a single mother as the eldest of 3 siblings, his childhood was marked by hardships most could hardly imagine, period without electricity, running water, or even basic furniture. These conditions pushed him to seek refuge on the streets, often running away from home and finding shelter wherever he could, whether at friends' houses or navigating the dangerous terrain of South Memphis on his own. These early experiences on the street shaped both his music and his reputation, leaving a lasting imprint on the man he would become. While MoneyBagg Yo has never publicly claimed affiliation with any specific gang, reports and incidents have tied him to gang-related environments. In March 2016, during a CD release party for his mixtape at the former Maserati Club in Mason, Tennessee, police raided the event, arresting 28 people, including MoneyBagg Yo, on drug and gun charges. Authorities noted that some attendees were known gang members affiliated with the Vice Lords, Gangster Disciples, Bloods, and Crips. MoneyBagg Yo bonded out shortly after, but the incident highlighted the presence of gang-affiliated individuals in his circle. Some fan sites and online sources list him as associated with the almighty Vice Lord Nation, specifically the traveling Vice Lords, though these claims remain unofficial and based on street reports rather than confirmed statements from the artist